Hello everyone. Uh, I welcome and I invite each one of you to be a part of this live session. I'm Shraddha, and today, as usual, we are gonna have an interesting discussion on a topic that's really, you know, important to us, to each one of us. So I'll wait for all of you to join this session, a session that is gonna be really important and interesting, and I'm sure that the speaker with us definitely is gonna inspire you big time. So for all those who don't know me, I'm Shraddha from the FUZIA team, and today I am gonna have a riveting discussion on the topic loving yourself in the world of social media. And today our guest speaker is an eminent personality coming from the US, and definitely she is a treasure box of inspiration. So I'll not waste a lot of time just to invite her. So once she's here, I'll be quest. Okay. All right. So Mras, she's the one who's gonna join this discussion about self-love, about inspiration, about being yourself in the world of social media. So yes, I'm waiting for Michelle to join me so that we all can start. And by the way, if you guys have any questions regarding the topic, if you have any sort of queries that you want me to ask Michelle and get it answered, do comment so that I can take it up and discuss on that. So Michelle, when you are here, just let me know, and we'll then start off with the session. All right. Okay. So let me tell you, all of you who are viewing me, do you agree that today we have become too much dependent on social media? If you agree, just put a thumbs up, put a yes. Or if you still feel that no, you don't rely on social media, that's also good enough. So I just want to know your feedback. I just want to know, what do you feel about the world of technology, the world of social media? Do you feel it has become something that's inseparable part of our life? So we all agree that technology, social media, internet plays a very important role. And today we're going to talk something about that, because amidst the plethora of the social media applications, the internet, somehow, somewhere, we are forgetting our own self. We are hiding our own real personality. And that's why there is an urge, there is a need to bring out our real self. And this is exactly what today we'll be trying to bring out your real self, to make you realize that how beautiful you are yourself. And Michelle Mras, she will be our guest speaker for today, and let me invite her. Okay, great. So she's here. Michelle is here. I'll be. Okay. Let me invite Michelle. Michelle, can you send me a request to join the video or something? Yeah, Michelle, I see you here. Can you send a request to join the video? It says that you cannot join the live session. Is there? It says that you cannot go live with me right now. Is there something that you can do about it? Okay. So yeah, Michelle, exactly, it doesn't allow you to be added in this live session. I don't know why. Let me try it again. Can you bring them on camera? Yeah, Michelle, can you bring them on camera? Yeah. So guys, all of you do drop your questions and let me know what you think about your personality, your thoughts about being in the world of technology and social media. And do you agree that we are somewhere forgetting our real self? So till then, Michelle will be joining. So yeah, adding Michelle and she'll be here any second with me. And do drop in your comments that in the course of my discussion, I'll be asking your questions to Michelle and get them answered. But let me tell you, it's a very interesting topic. Hi, Michelle. Hello,
Hello.
Michelle. How are you, Michelle? It's
I'm
lovely
doing
to have you here.
fabulous. Yeah, I tried to go live on my computer. You cannot join
Ah,
another
that's right.
live
Right.
on a computer.
Oh, exactly,
I learned
exactly.
something new today.
And you look absolutely fresh in the morning. That already gives me a ray of positivity from you. Let me tell you.
It's 7 a.m.
Exactly. That's the, you already get that positive vibe from me when I talk to you or look at you. So
Well,
great. Let me introduce you to our followers or our viewers. So, guys, we have one of a, a very eminent personality, and let me tell you, she's one of my favorite because, just like I said, she's a ball of positivity and radiance, and gives me a lot of boost in my morale. So Michelle, an inspirational speaker, an author, a success coach, and let me tell you, her infectious talks, thoughts, and ideas definitely will inspire you to come out of your negative self thoughts. So she's the one who drives a lot of activities on self improvement and helps people and helps the audience around that. So, hello everyone, welcome and welcome Michelle for this live session.
thank you so much for having me.
So, great. So as we go today the topic is something that's really close to everyone because being in the world of technology, being in the world of social media, today's topic is loving yourself in the world of social media. So let me come towards the first question for you.
Okay. Okay.
Why do you feel that social media is, really important, and do you feel that people are forgetting themselves in this?
Well, that was a two-part question. So
Yes.
I really do believe that social media is very important because it's connected the world. I wouldn't have met you if it wasn't for social media. I came to the Women's Economic
Exactly.
Forum in New Delhi because of social media. They found me that way. So
True.
I love what social media can do, how it brings the world smaller, it makes us closer. But social media is also, it's almost like a virus in our minds. We all need, so many of us need instant gratification. We want to talk, we want to talk now. If you write someone, say, hey, I see you're online, why aren't you answering me? I mean, those kind of things. Social media has changed the way we communicate. We don't do stories, and if you follow me, I'm a big storyteller. I believe in order for people to truly communicate, we need to hear each other's voices. That's why I like
True.
Facebook Live. I like Instagram Live. I like the voices. I like to be able to hear the inflection in someone's voice. But social media doesn't allow that. So when you're typing something, you have to remember when you're writing that I could say, I'm having a lovely day. But the other person reads, I'm having a lovely day. And they do, why are you so upset? I'm not upset. Oh, you sound so upset. Maybe you need, no, I said, I'm having a lovely day. But the way people read into whatever they read it from their point of view. So there causes so
True.
many misunderstandings. It causes so much strife. And then on the other end, let's say you're looking at it and, everyone's posting, selfie kissy pictures, and they're always surrounded by people, or they're having such an exciting time. And you do, oh, I wish my life was like that. But really, they're standing in front of a poster of a party, and they're really in their house by themselves,
Yeah.
Social media gives this false world. You look at it and think everyone else is having a wonderful time, right?
Yes.
It's not true. It's our lives have turned into movies. Everyone is a TV
Absolutely.
show, really.
True.
And that's when we need to be careful of what we actually take from social media. So like with me, I use social media to reach other people so that they realize they are a light. They're beautiful exactly how they are. And, if they want to improve something, good for them, improve. But don't try to improve because somebody else is doing it.
Right.
Do it for you, not for anyone else.
Absolutely. And probably, things like love, patience, calmness, these are something that should come from within. The emotions, the feelings come from within. But today, what most of us have realized or we go through is we have become totally dependent because of social media, maybe because of other applications, because of other provisions, because we look out for other people, we look out for validation from others. We have stopped believing in our own self. So why do you feel, or what do you feel that what can we do to overcome this, or is it wrong, is it right, what is it?
There's no wrong or right, but there is a balance that needs to be found.
Okay.
It's okay to be on social media because that's how you reach out to your friends, right?
Right.
But you have to remember there's a balance. In order to be fully happy in your life, you need to love yourself. But if you're so busy looking at everyone else's life trying to get what they have, you aren't loving yourself. You're comparing and saying, I'm not good enough. So as long as you can find a balance. So let's say try practicing your social media that you'll only be on for X amount of time a day. The new updates, I think most of them have a timer that tells you how long you've been on every day. Use it.
Okay. Yeah.
See how long you've been on social media and try to moderate it. Because one of the things that I always tell my clients is you need to learn to meditate. You need to learn to quiet your mind and go into yourself. And if you can't spend time alone with you without going a little crazy, you need to find you.
So
My dog is barking.
no, that's okay. That's self-love. Maybe he wants his me time.
Yes.
So, okay. Uh, how can we practice self-love now? Because even for me, I keep thinking, okay, I need some time. I need some me time. I need to show some self-love. I need to pat my back for some achievements. But do we really do that? I mean, that's something that's really thought-provoking. We always say that we should love yourself, you should spend time with yourself. But in the end, there are so many youngsters, at the tender age of, say, 14, 15, and then all over the internet. And, the life on the internet and their real life has a stark difference. So how can we practice self-love? Let me ask you, what do you do to practice self-love?
What I do is I time everything in my day. So you
Okay.
have to build to this, okay? No one's going to do this very quickly unless you've already started some practice. But
Right.
what I started doing is I turned off all electronics. So I won't ask you to do that because I'm very well disciplined. I'm very good at that. I don't watch TV. I schedule a day to watch a TV show. Okay?
Oh,
Not many
okay.
people can do that. Okay?
Right.
So
Right.
what my
I totally.
suggestion would be, well, I'm just thinking, I've given this advice to one of my clients. She's 22. And I said,
Oh,
go home, don't turn anything on. And she says, not even my computer. I said, nothing, turn nothing on. And she says, well, what am I supposed to do? I want you to sit. And I want you to reflect on your day. And I want you to have a piece of paper near you, a journal, and write all the best things that happened to you. I don't care how small it is. I want you to say, I woke up. I had a delicious cup of tea. I talked to my friend. I had a job to go to. You know, anything. Because she would always find the bad. That's all she could remember. And she would sit there and just roll on her bad. Then she would watch a TV program and they would have so much strife on that. And she would internalize it. Oh, I can't believe that's happening. I can't believe they did this to my favorite character. You have enough problems in your life. Stop
right,
taking on a fictional problem, right? So come home,
right.
be quiet, and work on it. She says, I didn't make it 5 minutes before all the other thoughts come to my head. I said, okay, so then tomorrow do 10 minutes. And force yourself to learn to be quiet. But as long as you've got the TV going, the music going, your social media on, and it's ping, 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 you can't get quiet. You must turn it off. So you
That's
need
the
to find a
FOMO
part of
thing.
the day. It's very hard. But
Right.
what I've done is I do it first thing in the morning. And now my Facebook, my phone recognizes that I'm on. So even if I'm not really awake yet, I'm in my meditation. Because I turned the meditation music on, my phone does bing, she's on, and people start writing me. So now I have to try and find another source of music so that I can have my meditation with calm music, you know? So I would say, for advice for all of you, find one moment in the day, maybe 3 minutes at first, where you can turn everything off. If you have a car, go sit in it. If there's a park nearby, go sit under a tree. But I want you to sit and I want you to breathe. Not full meditation, just focus on breathing. Deep in, deep out. And make sure you try to get that breath into a sequential, same duration in, same duration out, without any other thought in your head but your breath. And the longer you can do that, the better. You need to give your brain a rest. I mean, we know our brains are muscles. If we never let it rest, what would you do if you kept running? If you were running
Right,
constantly, you never stopped, right? Even our brains,
right.
when we stop, even our brains, when we sleep, don't stop. It's sorting everything that went through our day, our week. So it's important to let your brain muscle stop.
True.
Yeah.
I think
So I
that's
would
a
say,
very important lesson that you have given to our audience. That is to at least take 3 minutes of your time by just cutting off with every social media connection tool and then spending some time for yourself and understanding and contemplating your own self, reading
yes,
your own self.
the good things. Concentrate on good things that have happened, and bring a smile to your face when you're under that. Whenever you're breathing, bring a small smile, like very small, not big smile, little smile, like what you're doing right now.
Okay.
But think about the good things that are happening in your life, because we forget all the good things that are really happening in our lives. It's important.
So here is my question. Okay, so this is something that I also face is whenever I try to take out some time for me, even though I know that I have to think of all the positives, okay, there are a lot of negatives that come to my mind when I'm trying to be silent and trying to take out time for myself. But my thoughts, my mind gets bombarded with a lot of thoughts, which probably I don't want to think about it, but still it comes. So just as you said that I have to think of all the positive thoughts, I have to think of all the nice thoughts, but somewhere the negative thoughts also creep in and I cannot stop that.
Well, this is the thing. When they're creeping in, it's because your brain is trying to process it. Minku, hello, Minku. Trying to process it. So as those thoughts come into your head, don't try to push them away, okay? Acknowledge them with one word. So let's say my work assignment is due. Oh, I'm running on a deadline. Just think deadline, and then focus on your breath again. So just let your brain know, I acknowledge that thought. I'll come back to it later. So just say deadline, breathing again. So whenever it comes in, one word, not a sentence, one word, address that it's there, push it aside. And then your brain will know, okay, she knows it's there. She'll come back to it. But if you keep doing no, your brain is bigger than you. It's going to keep trying. So just give it one word. Just give it one word.
I think
And then breathe.
that I never thought this way, but thank you for letting me know that I can actually do this. I'll try that now.
Well, the reason I know this is, I mean, I think I told you before, but the audience may not know, that I have a brain injury. I have 4 areas of my brain damaged. So I learned the hard way, to shut the brain, the talking off of my brain. And that's why I wrote the second book, to help people stop that brain talk, because it's a very strong force in us. It's what regulates everything we do, right? Our brain does, it's the master computer. So I had to learn how to calm all the worries out of my brain in order to give it time to heal. And that's how I found this process.
So, so talking about the struggles and challenges. So we all, you know, have gone through some kind of struggles, challenges. You have faced a lot of struggles and challenges, and a lot of times what happens is this tends to affect our morale. We tend to get hurt. We tend to become so morally low, and then we turn towards social media. We see a lot of people, there is comparison, there is, you know, self doubt, then there is negative thoughts, and the vicious circle starts. So amidst everything, how did you try to overcome your situations, and how can we try to overcome such situations when we are when we are at such a place where we are feeling low, and so social media is adding to that by making us feel so much vulnerable to competition, and people are doing so much check-ins and so much of show off, and we try to just demean ourselves. We just try to you know, just just feel so low because of social media, and probably because what others are doing we are not doing. So how can we overcome this? And this is something that a lot of people have asked us to be answered in today's session. So I would be interested to know
Well,
this.
first of all, like we talked about, well, I lost you there for a little bit, so I think I got your question. Social media, yes, it affects us a lot. I mean, we are comparing with all the people who are making their lives better. But the other side of the coin on social media is, if you ever put anything up that sounds down or self-doubtful, anything that where you're questioning yourself, there are people on the other side who are waiting for you to say something negative so they can make it even more negative than it is. So that's the other thing we need to worry about with social media. There are people out there who enjoy to see other people in pain. So if you put on Facebook or Instagram or anything sad, or I'm questioning myself, there will be someone who says, yeah, it's horrible. It's a terrible place. I really wish we, and they will feed that negative thought. So I encourage you, if you have doubting thoughts, try not to put them out to the world. Pick up the phone and call a friend. Call someone directly. Don't put it into the world, because there are people who don't love you, okay? People who don't want you to be happy. So don't feed that. Don't let them have that. The other thing, what was the other section of that question? It was, with all that self-doubt coming around into our lives, it comes back to loving yourself. And that's why it's so important, that first exercise I told you. Try to get quiet and then write a journal every night, okay? Every afternoon, whatever, when you have time, of the good things in your life. Because, you know, you've heard, reviews. If you go to a restaurant, you only see the bad reviews. right? Or the incredibly good reviews. In our lives, we only see the bad reviews. We only pay attention to that. That's what our mind is trying to solve. It doesn't want to solve the good reviews, right? So you have to write down the good reviews of your life, because that way you can remember. I don't even say, I don't, do you have a term, thank God it's Friday? TGIF? Americans say that all the time.
Yes.
I'd say TGIA. Thank God I'm alive. So be thankful that you have the opportunity to be upset. Be thankful that you had the opportunity to have a relationship that broke up. Or some people don't even have a relationship, okay? Be thankful that you have family that loves you, or a friend that loves you, or a significant other. Be thankful find what you're thankful for. Because if you dwell in the negativity, it will only get bigger. You feed it.
Right.
It's like, you keep piling the bad, and bad likes to draw bad. I say that a lot. Your attitude will set your altitude. So if your attitude is very low, you'll get more low. If your attitude is high, you'll get more high attitude thoughts. So think of it as an airplane. If you keep your nose down looking at all the bad things in life, you will crash. You will hit the ground.
Right.
So you keep your nose up. Whenever you start feeling it going down, you do, but my mother loves me. I woke up this morning, the sun is shining, right? I have a job. I mean, just make it go up. Concentrate on the good. Acknowledge the bad. I'm not saying to act like it doesn't happen, but rationalize it. And it's easier to rationalize your negative situation when you are at peace with who you are. Because if you're not at peace with who you are and negative happens, then you start self-doubting. So it all starts with that, learn to be quiet with yourself. Self-doubt comes from when your brain is trying to rationalize what's going on. So if you have a situation, let's throw out a situation. You were dating someone, long relationship, and then everything doesn't work, okay?
Yeah.
Your rationalization is, oh, I'm not good enough. They don't love me. I'm all alone. No one understands me. You have to remember, many, many people have dated also. Many people have lost relationships. You've seen people with lost relationships and find a better one after that. Just, you have to rationalize, wait a minute. Is what I'm saying real? Is what I'm saying true? Can I always say that what I'm saying is true? And if it's not true, then why am I worrying about it? What kind of person would I be if I didn't worry about this thought anymore? How would I be without that thought? And you work it through. You question your question.
True. So, so another thing that I have in mind is, a lot of times we don't have that patience, or even if we give it a try, we easily lose out in just 3 to 4 attempts. That's it. And still we feel that, oh, it's not happening. And every time we feel that, oh, why I am being, examined, or why everything I have to face. So, again, that circle of self-doubt and negative thoughts creeps in, saying that, why am I the only one who's suffering, or why am I the only one who's being the, someone who is suffering all this, or going through all these things, despite giving them a chance, giving chance to ourselves. So, how to overcome this once we start losing our patience if things are not falling in place as expected?
Well, number one, the world does not fall into place ever. It never works the way we want it to, ever. So you have to be open to the fact that there are options on how things will happen. I don't know what to do. Is he bothering you?
No. Probably he wants to be a part of the live session.
Yeah, no, it's morning time and all the children are walking to school. He's
Ah,
barking
okay,
at
okay.
all the kids walking to school. I'm walking with you for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So give me the very end of that question again.
Yes. So my question was that sometimes when we try to, uh, just as you said, that give it a try, let things go, again, start thinking positive about things. But what happens a lot of times is, suppose we face, as you said, things don't work well in a relationship, and then we try again. Maybe someone better is waiting for us. So there are situations where we give a lot of tries, but still things don't happen the way we want. And because we have tried so much, we also start losing our hope and thinking that probably, why am I the only one facing all these things? Why am I the only one suffering? Why am I? So the why am I thing always creeps into our minds. So how can we overcome this? Because even if we say that we should give it a try, at the back of the mind we always have this, oh, I did give it a try, but then it still didn't work. So how do you overcome such situations? Because then again, this leads us to the depression and negative thoughts, and we then turn into our own shells.
Yeah. Again, you have to find you, okay? So you said that, you get lost in the why not me? Why, how come me? Why only me? And my answer to that is maybe that's not your path. See, a lot of times we try things just like we saw someone else do it, right? So let's say I saw you do
Yes.
something and I tried to do it exactly like you. I can't do it exactly like you. You have to find your own path to something. So if you want something and you keep trying it the same way and it's not working, you try it again the same way. Try your way. What weird way? You think, well, no one else has done it that way. That's why I'm not doing it that way. Well, do it. Maybe that's why it's not working for you. You haven't tried it the way your heart, your mind wants to try it. The other question, the other side with that is, maybe you shouldn't be pursuing that. Maybe you should correct your course. Uh, like with me, with my brain injury, and this is why I learned it the hard way, I kept trying to speak. I kept trying to speak. I lost my ability to speak for 9 months. And I couldn't do it. It wouldn't happen. And I'm like, but I'm doing the exercises. I'm trying, but it's not working. I stopped trying to speak. And I said, okay, I'll try to write instead. I started the ability to write first. And as I started writing, then I started to articulate the words again. And then I got my voice back. So maybe there's another step you're missing that you need to do first. But number one, if you're trying to do something like someone else, probably not going to work. We're all different. So we all
Right.
work differently. But yes,
And
self-doubt. Oh, I still have self-doubt. So I have to remember I'm me. I'm only me. I'm not going to be anyone else tomorrow. So how would I face this book? And how would I face it? Now, I'm going to have to say it because you're asking me questions about my book. Okay, this book, It's Not Luck
yes.
Overcoming You. What I did in it is to help people fight their inner critic. So what I did was whenever I would tell a story and then I ask questions. Now, what I want in the book is I wanted people to compare themselves to whatever situation you're in. So let's say, uh, we'll stay the whole relationship problem. You
Yeah.
say, oh, no one loves me. I'm all alone. Nobody loves me. No one will ever be with me. And then you have to think, wait a minute. When I was a little girl, my best friend was so-and-so, and so-and-so loved me so much, and we're still the best friends. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
relationship also. So now that someone who is not your family can love you for many years. So yes, you can. This one relationship wasn't meant for you. Let it go. And let those thoughts go. And say, you know what, I enjoyed my time with that person, but my life is expected to be much better without them. and expect better. Because if you don't expect better, you'll get worse. So think about, you write down the things you loved about that person, the things you didn't love about that person, the reason that you had problems, and then so the next person you're looking for, you know you're not looking for those qualities, the qualities that didn't match with you. So what you do is you narrow down your scope of who you should really be looking for, because relationships should all be a give and take, and it should be a happy relationship, not I'm miserable every time I'm with them. You should be smiling like you're smiling with your girlfriends, right?
Right. Exactly.
Is
I
that a
think
good enough
that's,
answer?
yeah, yeah, I think that's something that's really thought-provoking and something that's really helpful for me, I think. So, yeah, I think a lot of takeaways from all the points that you just mentioned. So, to tell everything, what will be your top messages or top 3 messages for all the young girls on FUZIA, on our website, on our followers, someone who is viewing our shows, live session? So, because there are a lot of young girls, who at a tender age fall prey to depression, anxieties, and negative thoughts at a very tender age. Like, we won't even imagine that people so young are now facing and telling these things, that I'm depressed, I'm having all these negative thoughts. So, what will be your message to them?
My message to them was, I used to be a little girl too, and I was a very depressed little girl, and it's okay. It's okay to be depressed. Acknowledge that you're sad, because you can't just push away feelings and act like they didn't happen. But number
Right.
one, learn to have quiet time with yourself and write down everything you love about you. Everything you love
Absolutely.
about you. And if you have to ask friends, what do you like about me? Fine, then do that. Okay?
Right.
2, all those people you see on your social media who are so happy, they're taking pictures of only the happy moments, or they're making it up
Exactly.
too. So don't look
Right.
at social media and compare your life, because look at me. I'm in a bright yellow room and it's very happy, but my dogs are barking upstairs because my children are going to school. So, it's crazy. But you're here in my pretty yellow room and it's quiet. So don't let what you see in the world reflect how you really feel in your heart. We don't all have to be famous and loud and, running around the world. We can be very happy and loving where we are in our hearts. Love you
Exactly.
first. If you don't love you, it'll be very hard for anyone else to love you, because you will
Love you.
never trust anyone else to love you. As long as you don't love you, you will think everyone else is lying when they say they love you. Trust me, I've been there. Uh, the
That's a
next
very
one would
powerful
be,
message.
yeah, must love you. The next thing
Yes.
I would say for the audience would be, wait, I said quiet time, take notes. Love
Yes.
yourself. I forgot where I was on. Okay. And then the third is, you need time with real people. Okay? You need to hear the laughter of another human in your life. Just because you see them on your social media, it's not the same. Humans humans need other humans. We need to touch other humans. So you need to
That's so
be
true.
in, yeah, you need to, have, eat with someone. You need to sit with someone. You need to hug someone. We need to love each other. And the more and more we are in social media, we pull apart from other people. We need to find other people to be with. Find a group, find a social group. One of the things that helped me when I was very depressed as a kid is I would volunteer. I would volunteer with the teachers at maybe the younger grades, and I would go there and I'd help, because helping other people help you realize that you can give back. So if you're really depressed and you think you're all alone, go volunteer. People are always looking for volunteers. Volunteer. And that way you can have that human contact again and see that, your life isn't bad. You're actually helping other people from where you are, from your experience. So give back to the world. Help someone else. That's it.
a, that's a wonderful message. Like, take out time for yourself and give back to the world. Volunteer. I think these are something that probably not everyone would think of, but they should really practice it. I'm sure that this is going to help, because from my own experience, I do feel that volunteering really helps.
And it doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to. And that's the thing. Most people think, oh, if I'm going to make something better, I have to do a big change, big change.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
One tiny thing a day, one new thing a day, and you'll see a difference. Every day you add to that little thing, even if it's just helping someone bring their grocery into their house, or helping someone step off a curb. I mean, really simple things, one thing at a time.
That's absolutely true. So I think these were the short and crisp messages that you have actually brought out to the audience, and I'm sure that these, if it's helpful for me, it's gonna be helpful for everyone, because as a woman, as a girl, you know, I'm sure that this definitely works. And so coming to the last section, I'm curious to know about your book, which is about the inner critic. So if you can just quickly, you know, tell me about your book so that I can tell it to the audience about that. So it's going to be helpful.
Well, my book is called It's Not Luck, Overcoming You.
Yes.
And it's about how to deal with your inner critic. It's more of a workbook. So I tell a story, then I ask 5 questions to walk you through your own problem. The book is made so that by the end, whatever problem you had at the beginning, it will be gone by chapter 4 or 5, okay? But then you can use it again for the next problem. It's teaching you a mindset technique in order to clear your mind of whatever inner critic work you have problems with. And it's available on Amazon, but soon it'll be available on my website, michellemras.com, because I'm doing right now I'm recording an MP3, so you know all of you can put it in your headset and just listen.
Interesting. That's interesting. So like a podcast, right?
Yes.
Great.
A book podcast.
Oh, great! That's really amazing, because I think all of you just you were already there with us, I think, in one of our last live session, and let me tell you, we got so many responses, and people were looking forward to know more about you. So that's why I made it a point to let people know about you, your book, and invited you again, because definitely something that I have noticed is people look out for inspiration. And FUZIA, being a hub of young women and girls, somewhere they still lack that motivation. They still have that self-doubt. They still undermine their own self. And probably that's the reason why they look up to people like you. They look up to people like us to just bring out their real self. And that's somewhere I really thank you to have been a part of this, and inspiring the young minds who are there on our platform.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. And remember, I was a young girl too with a lot of doubts.
Yeah.
I'm an older woman with doubts still, and I still look for inspirational talks. So don't be afraid to reach out or look for more, because one positive thought grows more positive thoughts.
That's absolutely right, and I can't agree less to it. So thank you a lot, Michelle, for giving such enlightening thoughts on self-love and how to love yourself in amidst the social media, because social media is a good thing, not a bad thing after all.
I would have never met you.
Exactly. We would have never met. So to sum up the session, so guys, I hope that you like what we had discussed. You will practice about spending at least 3 minutes of your entire 24 hours just for yourself, and thinking about all the nice points, the positive points about you, and let yourself know that you are so special, Until unless you love yourself, no one else will ever do that, right, Michelle?
Yes. And I'll write the
Yeah.
points in the bottom in the comments of this video so that
Yes,
it will
yes,
stay with it. And
absolutely.
I encourage you, follow me on Instagram or follow me on my business page on Facebook, and you'll get
Yeah,
more. More inspiration.
yeah,
That's all I do.
definitely. So for all the Fuziites, for all the followers, Michelle Mras, she's always there. She's our motivational coach, and feel free to reach out to her. So thank you, Michelle, and I'll always look forward to more of your words of wisdom.
Yes, and we'll do it more consistently next.
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'm getting
So
used to the
great.
early morning talks.
Definitely. I'll do an early morning one day with you then.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and good night.
Thank you. Good night, good morning, and have a great day, Michelle.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oops. Oops, it won't even let me hang up. It doesn't want me to hang up.
Okay. Yep. So, everyone, I hope you had a wonderful session with us. I hope there were a lot of points that were covered live, because social media, internet is something that really follows us everywhere. Just taking out 3 minutes of your time for yourself and contemplating and appreciating yourself won't do much harm. It's only going to be doing good for you. So practice self-love, love yourself so that others will love you. Show that appreciation, encourage yourself to come out of your shells, and don't forget to share this video with all your friends who might want to get benefited from it. Do follow Michelle on all her social media handles, and definitely do share your thoughts on FUZIA so that we come to know about how you utilize social media in your daily life. For now, I'll be signing off. I'm Shraddha Verma, and I hope loving yourself amidst the social media topic really helped you. If you want to know more about such topics, want to listen to more such discussions, do comment on some topics that you are interested in, and I'll definitely get back to you with such things. Thank you and have a great day. Bye bye.